Remember that one animated movie with a B in it? The one that's literally named B-Movie. Well, Jerry Seinfeld, who voiced the main character Barry, is one person you'll want to know more about. Jerry Seinfeld is the world's wealthiest comedian. Aside from being known to voice Barry, he is best known for playing a semi-fictionalized version of himself in the sitcom Seinfeld, which he created and wrote with Larry David. Considering how we said wealthiest comedian, he isn't hesitant to show his lavish lifestyle. Keep on watching and you'll be astounded by his million-dollar earnings over the years. Welcome to Socialux. Our goal is to provide you with a dose of luxury, travel, houses, cars, and stories of successful people so you can be inspired to live an abundant, beautiful, and successful life. We upload videos weekly. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and feel free to comment any questions you may have down below. Enjoy! Jerry Seinfeld is so wealthy that he owns 150 vehicles totaling approximately $100 million. With almost 40 of them being Porsches, Seinfeld was able to construct a $1 million custom garage for his extensive collection because of his $950 million net worth at the time this film was made. A $17,000 espresso machine that perfectly complements his $32 million Hamptons estate was also purchased by him. From condos in New York to ski lodges in Colorado, and from yachts to private planes, here is everything the well-known comedian wastes millions of dollars on. Jerry Seinfeld's property in Colorado. Seinfeld enjoys spending the winter months in his house. He owns two estates in Telluride, Colorado, which he paid $7.55 million for in 2007. The larger property has a 12,500 square foot home and 27 acres of land. The contemporary farmhouse has a double-height living room with a huge stone fireplace, 11 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a large kitchen, and other amenities. He can use the skis and other equipment in the gear room at this winter resort, which also has a gym, yoga studio, rec room, wine room, and miles of well-kept trails. The home also has a 5,500 square foot terrace and a 4-car heated garage. His smaller Colorado estate is a 17-acre property with a 4-bedroom home, lies close by. It is one of his two estates. In 2011, the comedian asked for nearly $18 million for the larger home, and in 2021, he tried again. This time, seeking $14.95 million plus $2.78 million for the smaller property. Jerry Seinfeld's property in New York. Jerry Seinfeld lives the city life in New York City when he's not having a good time in the mountains. Billy Joel sold Jerry Seinfeld this East Hampton estate for $32 million back in 2000. He and his wife Jessica spend their summers at a 12-acre estate on the coast. 8 3-bedroom guest houses and a sizable manor house with a lawn and pool make up the property. The comedian built his own baseball diamond on the property along with a barn and a separate swimming pool. The 22-car customized garage for the house apparently cost him more than $500,000. Jerry enjoys drinking coffee and decided to purchase an Electra Bellapoke espresso machine for his home for $17,000. He also has a Slayer coffee maker, which can cost anywhere between $8,500 to $23,000. Additionally, he has a 19-floor flat in Manhattan's Upper West Side's Beresford, a posh residence with views of Central Park. We don't know how much he spent on the flat, but it isn't too far from his supposed Seinfeld address. In 2019, a listing for one of the apartments next door cost $24 million. Jerry Seinfeld's property in LA. Jerry Seinfeld too briefly led a life in Hollywood. Just a few years after Seinfeld debuted, he paid $2.8 million for this LA house, which he later sold for $3.2 million after the 1998 series finale. In a 60-minute interview, he said that the house was a waste of money because he rarely ever used it. The nearly 6,000 square foot 4-bedroom, 6-bathroom house has a separate guest house, a movie theater, a swimming pool, 2 garages, a glass wall that can be pulled back for an opulent indoor-outdoor living. It was advertised for $14.95 million in 2021. Seinfeld's 150 car collection. Let's discuss Seinfeld's priciest hobby, automobile collecting. The comedian formerly owned the largest private collection of vintage Porsche cars in the entire world. He presently houses over 150 vehicles in a customized 3-story garage in Manhattan that costs $1.4 million. It has an elevator, 4 separate garages, and living areas including a club room, a kitchenette, and an office. Its temperature is managed by a sophisticated HVAC system. His collection, which consists of 46 Porsches in all, is valued between $50 million to $100 million. He sold 18 autos at an auction in 2016 for around $22 million. His 1964 Porsche 911 reportedly cost him $400,000 in 1996, and he spent $250,000 refurbishing the car. It is first and the last air-cooled Porsche 911 ever made. He once couldn't drive his $700,000 1983 Porsche 959 in the US because no models were submitted for safety testing. He also owns a 1955 550 Spider, the same model and color, driven by James Dean. That is reputedly worth over $5 million. Additionally, he is the owner of an almost $4 million 1959 Porsche 718 RSK Spider, a limited edition 2011 Porsche 997 Speedster valued at roughly $400,000, and an awesome $2,000 Porsche Carrera GT prototype worth $2.3 million are among the highlights on his collection. Jerry enjoys driving unusual automobiles like this 1958 Porsche 597 Jagdwagen, which costs roughly $330,000, as seen in the comedy film Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. He owns a 1964 Volkswagen EZ Camper that costs about the same as a 1957 Fiat 500 Chop Top that costs $40,000. He also owns a 1962 Volkswagen Bus that costs about $100,000. There are just too many models of cars to mention them all. So we'll finish our list with some of the priciest. He owns a rare 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300SL Gullwing valued at $4.6 million, a 1957 BMW 507 Series 2 worth $1.6 million, and a 1964 Aston Martin DB5 Coupe in the James Bond style valued at $1.2 million. He also has a few Lamborghini, like this $1.7 million 1969 Miura and this $1 million 1976 Countach. Jerry Seinfeld travels in style. Jerry Seinfeld has numerous transportation options. He shares ownership of 2 brand new Bombardier Challenger jets, each worth about $26 million through a NetJet shared ownership program. He apparently also had his own yacht, the $25 million Mocha, up until 2019. The yacht has a spacious master suite and can sleep 12 guests in addition to 9 crew members. The boat has an on-deck swimming pool, a fully functional gym, and a sizable beach club. It is designed for fun in the sun. Jerry Seinfeld's sneaker collection. Jerry has been collecting sneakers almost as much as vehicles since his days on Seinfeld. He has worn shoes like the Nike AirTag Challenge 2S and even a pair of Jordan 6s throughout the length of the program. The stylish Nike Huaraches and the timeless Nike Cortez sneakers are all among the other top choices. He denied the claims made about him in an interview with Complex that he owned more than 500 pairs of white sneakers. He hasn't disclosed the number of pairs he actually has or the estimated value of his collection, but many of his shoes sell for more than $200. and some vintage kicks from the 1980s and 1990s may fetch thousands of dollars today. And that's all for today's video. What do you think of Jerry's $1,000,000 spending? If you were as wealthy as he is, what would you spend your money on? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoy everything luxurious, check out our other videos. And if you like them, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Until our next video. See you then!